gifted my parents a $425,000 seaside mansion for their 50th anniversary. When I arrived, my mother was crying and my father trembling. My sister's family had taken over. Her husband stepped toward my dad, pointed to the door, and yelled, "This is my house! Get out!" My sister laughed until I walked in, and silence fell. My name's Thomas. I'm a neurosurgeon. I work stupid hours, live out of a suitcase, and barely sleep. But I've saved almost everything I've ever made. I grew up broke. Like, the bank might take the car broke. My job was always fixing things. That became my personality. My sister Julia, total opposite. Spent money like Monopoly cash. Her husband Kyle couldn't hold a job for more than a month. Every time they messed up, my parents bailed them out. When that ran dry, it was me. Rent, groceries, bills, school trips, braces, everything. I paid it all, quietly, for years. But for once, I wanted to do something just for my parents. So I bought them a house. Real house. Ocean view, white porch, palm trees, quiet. I put it in a trust, locked it down, set it up in their names. I didn't tell Julia. On their anniversary, I drove them down and handed them the keys. They cried. We ate cake on the porch. My mom said it smelled like peace. I drove back to work the next morning. 3 days later, I got a selfie from Julia standing in the kitchen. Home sweet home. Hashtag beach life. I thought it was a joke. It wasn't. She'd found the address from a sunset photo my dad posted and showed up with Kyle, 2 kids, a dog, and boxes. Told my parents they were just visiting. Then, just staying for the weekend. Then Kyle started yelling at my dad to move out. Called it a family home. I got in my car and drove straight back. Walked into the front door wide open, cartoons blasting. My mom crying, my dad shaking. Fast food bags everywhere. Julia on the couch like she lived there. Kyle holding a beer, pointing at my dad. I didn't speak. I dropped the cake, opened my bag, pulled out the folder. First page, the deed. House is in a trust. Parents are the only legal occupants. Second page, trust clause. I manage it. I'm required to remove anyone who shouldn't be there. Third, screenshot of Kyle's Airbnb listing. Already booked every weekend through August. Fourth, messages between Julia and Kyle. She wrote, "We'll get him to cave. He always does." Fifth, HOA rules. No short-term rentals. $5,000 fine per violation. I looked at them. Pack your stuff. Delete the listing. Refund every booking. Leave the key. Kyle laughed. "You're not serious." "Victor is," I said. "Who's Victor?" "The locksmith." Doorbell rang. Victor was outside. Tools ready. Julia started panicking. "You're kicking your own family out?" Kyle said, "This is illegal. You can't just try me," I said. They stalled. Threw a fit. Julia tried crying. Kyle tried swearing. The kids hid in the back. The dog peed on the floor. 3 hours later, they were outside shoving garbage bags into their SUV. Kyle kept muttering stuff under his breath like I was supposed to care. I reprogrammed the lock in front of him. They didn't say goodbye. I sat with my mom, made tea. She kept apologizing. Dad didn't say much. Just looked out at the water like he was trying not to fall apart. I went through the house picking up crumbs, juice boxes, a tiara, and Kyle's business plan for Airbnb profits. In the margin, Julia wrote, "Tom won't say no if mom cries." Yeah, that line's dead now. Next day, Julia started posting online. Screenshots, fake quotes, a photo of my car with "Some people forget who raised them." She relisted the house under a fake name. I reported it. Banned in 10 minutes. Then she called me. Blocked number. Whispered, "We're behind on rent. The kids, please, we just need..." I hung up. She called again, this time yelling, "You care more about money than your family." I said, "I care about locks." Then blocked her again. 2 days later, Kyle sent me a Venmo request. Caption, "Emotional damages, $300. I screenshotted it and used it to buy my dad a lawn chair. They tried to get in again a week later. Victor sent me a photo of Kyle standing on the porch like a lost cat. No tools, just staring at the keypad like it might feel bad and open. I printed it and framed it in the hallway. Julia kept going. She wrote a letter to my parents calling herself their primary caregiver. Never been true. She told people I stole their retirement home. She posted black screen Instagram stories with white text like she was mourning a tragedy. No one cared. My niece messaged me privately. "Grandma looks happy." I said, "She is. Come visit. No bags." Last weekend I stopped by. Mom burned the pancakes. Dad labeled the light switches. Nobody mentioned Julia. Not once. Not even by accident. The house was quiet. Like real quiet. Later that night, I got another notification. Kyle tried to list the house on a new platform. Used an old photo. Misspelled the address. Claimed it was his family estate. I emailed the company with the deed attached. Listing gone in 5 minutes. Then I sent him one message. Just the photo of the front door keypad. Captioned, "Still locked."